Meant to Be Well Summit is created by three incredible women, Ambreen, Valerie and Andrea. The main objective is to bring together experts from around the world to raise awareness about the importance of holistic well-being. This summit aims to explore the multidimensional aspects of well-being, including physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. This isn't just any event. It's a unique, global summit marathon designed to cover all time zones across the globe. We created this event because we genuinely care about you. We believe that everyone deserves to thrive and live a life of well-being. This summit isn't just about learning, it's about transforming your life. Our speakers are dedicated to inspire, uplift, and help you tap into your full potential. Join us, and let these world-class thought leaders guide you toward a higher level of mental, physical, and spiritual well-being.
Hello.
Hello. Let me see. All right. Here we are. Slowly, we are starting.
So, welcome everyone. Welcome to the summit.
Yes, welcome everyone. So we are here and with Ambreen in the studio, and we wanted to kickstart the summit. So thank you so much for those who are already watching. Hakon, we are really welcoming you. Thank you for supporting. And this is a very special occasion, and I'm really happy to share the screen with Ambreen, and also to have Valerie as another co-creator for this beautiful event and initiative. I hope you will enjoy. We will not make it too serious now. So basically, we came together with Ambreen for 45-50 minutes. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask. But the main goal of this session is that we would like to introduce you what is behind, what's the story, why do we do this, and who is it for, and how can you join us, and how can you watch the summit. We made it super easy for everyone. And Ambreen, so nice to have you in the studio again after 1 year. But now we are together.
Yeah, I know it is such a beautiful experience that I used to participate with your Global Empowerment Hub Global Summit, and as a speaker, and now with you as a co-creator is an amazing experience, and it's a really honor to work with you on this unique idea, because I know that there are lots of summits going on, but this particular summit is very unique because we wanted to make it different from the rest of the summits, different from rest of the things that were happening in the world. So we came up with this idea that why not we cover all the time zones, right? And it was, in the beginning, it was quite overwhelming because covering all time zones across the globe is not easy. It's not easy in terms of managing for the audience and also for the speakers as well, because people are from across the globe, different time zone, have different needs, different availabilities. But we did not take these obstacles, challenges as an obstacle or a sea that it cannot be done. We faced this challenge head on, and we took it. And guess what? Now we are here, and we have created this event. And despite lots of challenges, lots of obstacles, lots of hurdles, but yet we are here, and we are giving you this opportunity, I think, for the first time, where you can actually have the summit live for 48 hours. So I'm so honored and proud of making this event along with Andrea and Valerie.
I'm super happy. And talking of challenges, this is the Summit of Honesty. So we want to share it with the audience that we all have our daily lives. And I just hopped off the plane from Manila and hopped into the live. And it was not even sure that we will make this little introduction session. So we are really happy. And when good people come together, everything comes together well. And I think that's the main thing, that we would like to show you a perspective that life is a little bit better when you can let it go, when you can let go of the control sometimes, when you can just trust your instincts, when you can just say no no to something that you cannot do, or if something comes in between, you are not stressing out, but you have the supportive community and you find the solution very easily. I think that's a different way of life, a different perspective. It's not about always performing. It's not about always being perfect. Let's be honest, we are not perfect.
Yes.
Will never be perfect, especially with the experience of the 4 years together. And we all know that anything can happen during a summit. So don't expect a 100% perfect summit. We are also humans, and I think we just want to give you the best what we can today, together with the two other ladies.
Absolutely. I mean, talking about this like learning and just having this urge to let go is really difficult also, because things happen and things change all the time. And you know what happened, that like we actually planned this summit 6 months back, and yet, like, you know, I just get the notification that my son was going on a field trip on the same day, and tomorrow I also have the parent teacher meeting. So like before the summit I have to go to the parent teacher meeting. Like the things happen, but and even now, as like Andrea, you just mentioned that this session was not planned, and like we are here like completely except for and we haven't prepared anything. But yes, we are here because we believe that we can, and we are here to share that yes, if we have the supportive community, and if we have the will to do it, we can do anything we want. And that's it. First step will be difficult. First step will be like, you know, not perfect one, not very good one. We'll do mistake, we'll stumble upon lots of time. But yes, this is the journey. Life is a journey, and when we take it as a journey, not as a something that we have to be like perfect, it becomes very easier and it becomes more enjoyable. Like, you know, I just woke up in the morning, got ready, I did, and just got the message, let's go live. But I said, okay, yes, it would be fun. And here we are. I think that's the most amazing feeling that I can have. And that's why we are here to teach you that how we can tune our minds to be in that state. It's not easy. I'm telling you, we have come that far to experience this state, and we are here to share these secrets with you. Not from only us, we have gathered a lot of like experienced expert from the field, best of the best speakers. So I know that these 2 days you will have a complete transformation of life.
Yeah, I just checked because I was preparing some nice messages for the YouTube links and the YouTube comments, and I was checking. We have 55 sessions lined up. So we wanted 48. Again, we overdid it.
Yeah.
We are very enthusiastic, but I think the value is will speak for itself. Every single session will be amazing. You see all the. I think that we are three of us. All of us are different. We have different circles. We have different network. Because of that, also the different perspectives will inspire you to see things, and it will help you to give the full picture. Because if would have been only me or only Ambreen or only Valerie, you would have got one person's perspective about the world. But here you get like three different perspectives, and I think it will be very good, and you will have some aha moments. And I think that's just something that would be really, really good for you to experience, and we are really looking forward to it. Ambreen will start because again I got a performance for this morning, so I supposed to have an 8 a.m. start, and life happens. I had to fly to Manila to do some Hungarian dances. So the ladies were like, okay, do it, we start. So that is how it works, ladies. It really takes some time, like Ambreen said. And it will not be the same every single time. You will still have the stress. You will still have those kind of moments when you feel heavy. But I think the main thing which we both agree is that with practice, with daring, with going there, with trying it, you will be better and better and better with everything, whether it's just some issues that you have and overcome them, whether it's just going live like we do, or whether it's something in your business, or whether it's being more confident. It all comes from practice. And let's say the world has gone into a direction when you have to look perfect, you have to be perfect, you have to talk perfect, and then you get the likes. But let's go against that, and let's just be honest and get the likes for ourselves, for who we are, just like that, unfiltered. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. And I want to acknowledge the guys who already tuned in, because we have Hakon here. So thank you so much for being so active in the chat. There's Achan, there is Jag. So thank you so much for being here with us at the beginning. And I hope you will keep it up. I know we have some crazy guys who have been sometimes joining 6 weeks or more than more than 200 hours, and every time they logged in. So we don't want that from you. It's a mental health and well-being summit. So feel free to hop in and hop out whenever you feel so. We will not judge you if you are not here, and we encourage you to rewatch the sessions, because it will be on the YouTube channel for a while, so you can watch it for a while and enjoy it in your own pace. Hi, Peter, also.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about the authenticity and presenting ourselves as we are. This is very crucial, especially in current times, where like people are actually presenting their best self, and they're bragging about their success and everything. You need to realize that these are the things, these are the flashy things that it's good to talk about. But when you show your authentic self, the way you are, it actually resonate with the people. People may get inspired or impressed by like how perfect you are and how much titles and whatever, like all the flashy things you have. But the real connection happens when you actually show your authentic self, that how you are. And authentic self doesn't mean that you have all the flashy things with you. Authentic self means that you how vulnerable you are, and because I think life is all about, like, as humans, we are here to experience all those vulnerabilities and then survive those vulnerabilities. And that's the mission we have, that when we show that we are just humans, just like you. And it's the only reason we are here is because that we are not afraid to show our true selves with the others. And that's what I mean whenever I post my anything on social media, and people say, yes, I feel the same. And that's what actually makes me feel good as well, because when we show ourselves, when we show our authentic self, that okay, this was the mistake I done, or that's how I survive my difficult times, people can relate. People can actually, this vulnerability, this mistake, or these are the things give them hope to survive their challenging time also. Because when people see that okay, they're not alone, they're not the only crazy ones who are feeling that stress or these challenges, it happens to everyone, and then they can relate. So I would just say that be always authentic self, be true to yourself. And that's the true power, that's the superpower. Then you will attract the like-minded tribe. It says that, like, the way you it was like, what was this, that the like vibes attract the like tribes, or something like this.
Yeah, something like that. I love this one also from Peter. The authentic self is the soul made visible.
Oh, yes, yes, completely agree with you, because we resonate at the frequency, and then you actually attract the like minded. And that's how we connected. Like, I connected with Andrea and I connected with Valerie, because we had the same mission, we have the same passion to make things happen. And here we are. So I think the key is be yourself and don't be afraid to shine your light, because God has given us, each one of us, are a light. And when we actually try to be someone else, we actually suppress that light. But I think when you acknowledge yourself as you are, that light shines brighter. So don't be afraid to, shine brighter your true authentic self.
And I think we are also looking for the whys, because we were thinking about what to share with you during this little session. And I think it's really important so that you know what are our whys, why we did this. And I have to tell you that in the last few years, because when I started to do these free summits, it was like 2020 and
Yeah.
2019. I started some sessions where I was just bringing in people. And throughout the years, I realized that maybe, Ambreen, you will agree with me, but because I'm an empath and a caring person, a lot of people try to open up to me. Although when they open up to me, I don't know how to help. So for me, this journey with wellness and mental health and well-being and everything is kind of like a learning journey, because I felt that so many people had problems coming to me because they saw that I'm open and I want to hear them. But
Yeah.
at the end, I couldn't give the proper help. So when you have already, because now after a few years of doing a lot of mental health and well-being, we have counselors, we have people who we can send the people to if we run into someone with problems. But imagine when the first time someone came to me in a WhatsApp message with something very serious and I didn't really know. But then I met Ambreen and I knew that, oh, I have to ask Ambreen where to send, how to help this person. And then throughout the years, we build up this network, and now we know who to reach out when. And I think that's something that it may be not necessarily your mental health, it may be someone else, but it's good to learn about it, because anyone around you, including yourself, can get in a situation when you need some help and you don't know how to approach it, you don't know how to talk to the people, you don't know where you can send them, how you can help them. So I think for me, my why is to be better at it, to give more proper information for the people who approach me in this topic, because there are more and more in every generation. Let it be young people, let it be middle-aged, let it be older people. I hear more and more problems. But I'm really curious about Ambreen's why, because I
Yeah.
think that's so important. What's behind? What's the push behind the passion?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people actually already know me through the social media, but let me tell you that I'm very much passionate about sharing mental health. I mean, knowledge about mental health, because this can save someone's life. That's the reason why I'm so passionate. And as like many people already know, because I've talked a lot about it, but let me share it again because some people might not know. So, like when I was very young, I had those moments of darkness and depression. I was like very depressed, and I had suicidal thoughts, and I was on the verge of taking my life. And during those moments, I found that no, life can be changed, and this like ending life is not a solution. If I just try to change the perspective, try to look for opportunities to survive, life can be changed. And that was the moment I actually found the purpose of my life, and I said, okay, I need to tell to the world that a lot of people are suffering, and they can change their life. And since then, like, I'm kind of like, I was always helping people, trying to help that whenever I see that people are suffering, especially from the like depression or the mental health challenge, I try to help them. And then gradually I actually started developing my brand on social media. Like, I started actually helping people on social media because I love to write, and my goal was to actually publish a book. And that's where actually why I started my social media journey. And when I actually started the social media journey, when I started like sharing my post and I started sharing my knowledge, a lot of people came to me. They were opening up, as you said, they were sharing their problems, and they were sharing that how my advice can impact them as well. And then I found that this platform can help or can reach out a lot more than like I was doing one-on-one as well. I mean, it does give me a lot of satisfaction when I do the one-on-one, because I see the life changing, when people come to me and their life transformed just by simple giving one advice, which can click to them and it changes their entire life. But then when I started this social media journey, then I realized that it reaches a wider audience. And then I started doing this. And then I started a lot of actually, I had taken a lot of steps, like especially the Save Lives project I created, where actually I'm just telling, giving people hope, or we are saving lives together. We have lots of affiliate, and we're like, I've also created this platform with 3 amazing people who are on the same mission. And the entire objective of that platform is to actually prevent suicide and help. And we've been doing campaigns, running some awareness campaigns through that platform to save lives. And for this, especially when I met Andrea, and she was also on the same mission, she was sharing the knowledge. She was bringing all the experts together to share their knowledge, which can help people, and that actually has changed or transformed their lives. So this also gave me the idea that, okay, sometimes people are not always there, and they're not they just on social media, they interact with some post, and then it goes away. But these kind of session where you do the summit, and it gives them a kind of an opportunity to learn in a holistic way, and not only from us, from lots of other people as well. So this gave me the idea that, okay, let's add one more thing, and where we can actually help people to transform their life, to help them where they can, if they're struggling with troubles or problems, they attend any session, it can change their perspective. And just when that change happens, it may not, a lot of people actually even tell me that you talk about that it can transform your life. So it, by how one session can transform the life. And I will tell you now that it doesn't happen overnight. Even if I look back when I was struggling with those depressive thoughts, and I came up with this idea, it didn't happen overnight. My mind did not change just one night. Oh my God, I got this idea and it changed. No, it happens that when something clicks to you, it takes time to absorb with you, right? And then you keep thinking about it, and then it's gradually start to change your thinking, your perception. And but one moment when you actually realize is the life changing event. We don't realize that these life changing events happen in our daily lives. Sometimes you just see a post and it clicks to you, and it then registered in your mind, and you start seeing things in a different way. So what, and that's we have to be intentional to see all these changes and to witness all these changes, because a lot of people actually look for some big change, that transformative events, that they think that, oh my God, they will meet someone and then they will change. No, it doesn't happen like this. It had those transformative events happen in the small moments, like this, like we are talking right now. Maybe you come here, one of our advice just clicks to you, and it may change. It will actually trigger the change. I wouldn't say that it will change immediately. It will actually create an effect, a domino effect in your mind, that will actually create changes. And then you start seeing that that's happening. And that's why I actually am so passionate about sharing mental health awareness, sharing those messages that can give hope. And that's why we teamed up, we partnered, me and Andrea and Valerie together, to spread awareness about this. And because you never know that just one thing can click to anyone and it can change their life. And no matter what, we are not so much about that we can attract the millions of audience here, but if this event can change just one life, I'm telling you that it's worth it. I mean, all those things that I know that Andrea was running from the flight and coming here. I was, doing doing all my like household covers and like caring for my kids, and I woke up early and this and coming here with you. All this worth it if I know that just one person can just change their life, and we see it. We might not know what happened to this, but I know it because I feel more fulfilled. I feel more satisfied that yes, the message that we have sent to the world, to the universe, is working well, and it is aligns with our mission. So that's exactly my mission, my why for doing all these things.
And I love that you brought in the spirituality, because if the audience knows and you have checked already why and how we are doing it, all of us, all the three of us, have different aspects to bring into the picture. So Ambreen is bringing spirituality and psychology and the universe, and I'm bringing in the practical parts, and Valerie is bringing in self-love and everything around that. So it will be also kind of like, again, like Ambreen said, a holistic thing. And sometimes I feel that holistic moments from different perspectives click a little bit earlier, because all these things together at the same time, it makes you think a little bit faster. And it's really nice to plant the seed, and then there will be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years from now when you will be doing something, and then you will remember, and it will click to you, and you will realize that, oh, that's the thing, and I remember, and then the change comes. And I think we start to have a lot of questions, so maybe we can go to the questions. There was a very good one from Peter, and I think that's worth to address, because we both have discussed this in the past already. So talking about change, how to help someone who is not willing to change. So I think you have the answer to this, because I asked you this question exactly once. I remember that moment.
Yeah. So if I like, first of all, this is a very difficult thing. Like if someone is not willing to change, that person will not change. So it is like, hitting your head on the wall and expecting something. So it's not gonna happen. The only thing you can do is you can either change yourself, or you can start ignoring that person or avoid that person, because that is the best thing you can do. If they are not willing, they will, because it comes from the willingness. It can actually, you can ask them, you can try yourself. It's not something that, if someone is is having a fixed mindset, you just lose all your hope and say, okay, no, that person is not good. No, you do try yourself, that because sometimes you don't know what clicks them to change. So it's important that actually you ask right question to them, that, for example, like if someone is not, then ask that, what matters to them. Because if someone is having a fixed mindset, is something because of their insecurities is actually coming in their way to see the opportunity or to see the growth. And that's where the problem happens. So if you actually address to these insecurities, that what exactly is, or maybe the past traumas, which is actually creating an obstacle, creating a hurdle in their life to see the real goodness in the life, or to grow further. So that is one thing that you try your best. It's not something that you lose hope about this, because you don't know that what can inspire them. So try to address to them, like in that way, to understand, to analyze that what is their insecurities. Try to ask questions that maybe what is hurting them. Sometimes there could be some past troubles which are actually just holding them back to open up. So these are the things, like asking right questions is also very important, that to try to help to change their perspective, and to give them the idea that this can be done like this. But if all else fails, right, like if you've tried everything and you think that the person is not changing and is having this, then either you take a professional help, because they can also tell them that that how you can take some steps which can help them see the goodness or something. But yes, again, if all else fails, then you have to start avoiding that person for the sake of your mental health. Because it's if it is so difficult to deal with those kind of people, like if it's in the case of narcissist or something, right? they will start draining your energy. And it should not, I mean, you need to be able to help others, but not at the expense of your own self. If it is hurting you, then it is not worth it. So two thing is, you try your level best, but then if it is hurting you, or if you feel that you are losing yourself, then it's not worth it. Take some other help and leave the situation. So this is my advice.
I think that was so many good points here, because many of us will encounter a situation, especially if we don't know how to help, that we want to help and we say things and we try to give advice and we propose some solutions. But at the end, honestly, we don't know what's the effect of this, and we don't know what happens after. And for someone who is in big trouble, it might be a trigger for something bad. So that's I think what you mentioned, to ask questions, or to listen, or just to give it to a professional, or just to leave it at it is, if it's not so serious and you think you don't need to send the person to a professional help, then these are amazing advices to someone who doesn't know how to approach the problems that they are facing with themselves or with other people, and not forcing it, and not try to change people, and not to give advice, just to listen and be there for them and make them feel safe to open up. I think that's already a very good point to if you are ready for it, again, as Ambreen said, because it can be also very, very heavy on, I don't know how you are, Ambreen, but I'm also an empath, so I'm taking everything on me. So I'm crying with the people if they are crying to me.
Yeah, it's so, I mean, being an empath, sometimes I feel their troubles more, because sometimes I know that the lady was having a very severe problem, and she was like quite okay in sharing all those, but I started crying. Okay, she was fine. I said, "No, but it's okay." I mean, the thing is that you don't need to be too much absorbed. Then I do myself, I take a distance from them and try to detach myself from the situation, not to think a lot about it, rather than focusing on the solution. Yeah.
That's a very good thing. But I think it's also showing, as we started earlier, that it's a way of being a human. You might not react perfectly as when you encounter this problem for the first time, but again, you can ask, you can learn, and that's why this awareness building and these summits and then all this learning is very important, because once you have listened to the experts, you will have a little bit more knowledge. And again, don't take that knowledge and give the advice, but reach out to the experts if you need them, and they will do the work. Because sometimes humans, again, we try to be the experts, but let's be honest, I will never be like Ambreen, who has a background in psychology. I will work with the body, I will do what my background will allow me to do, but I would never take on the things that Ambreen is saying, and I would never stand in front of someone to try to help them with those advices, because I don't know the background. I don't know how to build up a talk. I don't know how to manage the tension. I don't know how to deal with the situation. So I think it's super important to always put it in perspective, put it into the situation, to the people, to everyone present. Super good question. Thank you so much, Peter, for asking it, and I hope we could help you. I see your takeaway. I think it shows that you could get what we wanted to tell you and help you with this answer. I also see some other questions. So one of them is just a comment, I think. So it's from Hakon. What you are talking about is how I perceive awakening, not a huge catalysmic event. It is quiet. Exactly. That's what we were mentioning in the beginning. And then we had also another question about procrastination. I think that's also a very good one from Alchan. So what would be your advice for those who procrastinate a lot? So my advice as a dancer, I would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and do it.
Yes.
I tried everything. I wrote it down. I made to-do lists. I created notebooks. I had put it in my calendar. But besides this, nothing works for me. So it's very personal. But I will ask Ambreen what is working for you.
Yes, I think that's the best advice you give, and I can relate. I mean, although I'm quite a planning freak from the very beginning. I want to I mean, my events or my things are planned for months, for years. Like as all of people, a lot of people know that I planned my book for 20 years. So like I am the kind of planning freak. So I, whenever I see things, I start planning. Okay, it's gonna happen this, and then But of course, I do procrastinate a lot. It's not something because it's a human nature, because we see that I think it's comfortable time and we have time, so why waste energy
We
now
protect
instead of
ourselves.
yeah, we actually, because our mind is meant to create, to protect our well-being, and the best way to protect our well-being is to create a comfort zone and stay in that comfort zone, right? And we see that okay, this is gonna happen. And especially like, even if we talk about ourselves, like for me, this summit is for the first time I'm doing any summit, and it was like a big thing for me. I don't know anything about it. Like I took a lot of help from Andrea, that how to do this, how we can go to. So the thing is, like, even I had this concept last year also, but I didn't know, and I was procrastinating. I said, and I'm still procrastinating on a lot of other things as well, which I have it in my to-do list. But the one thing for me that works is knowing your why. I mean, I am a big fan of knowing your why, because if you don't know why you want to do this, then you will always procrastinate. Because I think the main push you get from anything is your why you want to do it at the first place. If you don't know that, you will never get that. Because I actually posted 2 days back a formula of success. You have to have that burning desire. That burning desire comes from your why do you want this? And then if you have that burning desire, you need to turn your burning desire into your intentions to take action. And when you have that intentions to take action, it gives you that discipline in the life. And then you combine all these things together, that why, your burning desire, then discipline, that will lead you, that will push you to the right direction to take action. And but again, that thing that, like Andrea, you said that 1 2 3 4, that's it. You have to take that step, just jump into it and do it. You will not know things. I mean, I have taken these kind of steps where I was completely, no, I didn't have any idea. Like even when I look back 20 years ago, I decided to write a book. Didn't have any knowledge, didn't have anyone to support me. In fact, people were criticizing me. I didn't have any resources, but I said, okay, no, I have to do it. I have to do it. But I gave myself 20 years, but I was doing it like a small events. Uh, I had completely planned my life, that okay, when will I do this, when will I, like, I had to get married, I had to stable to be stable in my career. Then of course I started doing my speaking events, and then of course I started writing. So all these things were falling into, on the exact places and the right time. When you plan it, at least you have that picture. For me also, one thing that is very important is the visualization. Once you have that picture in you, like whatever you want, that will give you the push. When you see yourself doing this, when I actually started my my studies, higher studies, and I wanted to be a psychologist. And that thing, like, when I was seeing myself being a psychologist, gave me the motivation to go for it. So for me, visualization is also a very, very powerful technique
And I
to
like
actually.
this idea, the visualization part, because I think the two are going together. Because if you do the 1 2 3 4 and you do it without the visualization, because you do the 1 2 3 4, you will start to have a blurry picture. And then and then if you have a visualize your dream, and maybe it's super clear, even if it's like really really clear, you will not get closer to it. Although you will have a very clear picture in your
Yeah,
mind, but if you don't do the steps to go and do it,
yeah,
it will become just a picture on your wall. So I think it's really important, what Andrea said, to really go for it and to try it, and not to be afraid of. Nowadays, today, let's be honest, because of the internet and the availability online, and everything is at your hands, in your phone. Basically, you can get the information. Information is you can get overloaded, and actually that is what is causing the procrastination, because you think you don't have enough information,
Yeah.
so you are waiting for more, you're researching for more, but in the meantime everything is changing, so the information that you gathered for 3 years already have been changing. So rather than just gathering information, I would rather propose you to gather experiences by doing the things. And throughout the way, look at me, fifth anniversary of the Empowerment Summit, I have learned a lot, a lot. And I didn't know how to do it. I was like Ambreen first timer in 2019, and then 2020. And as much as I did, the more I learned. And today I have my profession just because of that little step of daring to go into the unknown. And I think that's something that, if you take away something from today, is to dare to go out there and to try things that you have never done before, because then your experience will again firm a very strong intention, and then from that intention there will be a motion, and from the motion you are going into building something that is for you, and it will be 100% your purpose and your visualization and your picture about what you want to do, because you try it and you figure whether you like it or you don't like it, right? You don't
Yeah.
even know whether you like something or not, right? It's like, I want
Yeah.
to be a swimming teacher, but I don't like to swim until I jump into the pool, and I don't try, and I don't want to spend my whole life in this, right? But
Yeah.
jump in and you are sliding and gliding like like a fish, then you know that, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, I think Hakon also asked that which session are you actually looking forward to, and which, and I would just say that as a lot of sessions, each one is so much. I mean, I'm looking forward to it because the thing is that actually I was the one who's choosing all those sessions. So of course, as with Andrea and Valerie, because we are the ones who actually wanted. We have decided, we have chosen uh, those events, and so I think all of these events are so super insightful, and I'm excited for each and every one.
Yeah, we cannot really name one, but I would
Yeah.
say that today you will be with Ambreen and Valerie. I will be in the background communicating with you in the chat. So I will be happy to see your fingers printing and sending a lot of questions and a lot of encouragement, because let's just be honest, this work is not so easy. So we need the encouragement from you to go and to share more information. So please ask a lot of questions. These 2 days, it's about you asking anything, and we will be answering everything, whatever you would like to know. And our experts and the speakers and everyone on board, they are here to really share the knowledge. So that's the number one. Please ask your questions in the comments. The YouTube is the best way to watch. Now you see that we are on this channel, and you can see it on our platform, on the NAS platform that we created. You have been receiving emails from us where we were actually helping you to watch it better, easier, and please do also share it. If you have some people who you think these sessions can be very useful. And very important technical part, that you can also set notifications for all the sessions. They are already all live. So you can either go to the YouTube channel and set the notifications there, or you can go to the NAS platform and you can add those little events and say, I'm attending, I'm going. It will also warm our heart that we will see more
Yeah.
people saying attending. We are above 130 registered people for the summit, so we would like to see hundreds of them registering to the individual events. Please come, and we want to see you in the comments. Maybe, Ambreen, you can tell a little bit about today, your sessions that are
Yeah.
starting from 4 p.m. Singapore time, and your time. What
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, it's 11 a.m. at the moment. I mean, so 11 a.m. I've been starting, and I'm so honored that I will be joined by Eldin. And this was a kind of a last minute switch because my other speaker had some emergency and couldn't join, so I had to look for them other replacement. And I'm so glad that Eldon helped, and he jumped in to say, okay, yes, I can have. Although he will be actually moving right after the session, he has to rush to the airport because he was going on the vacation. And said, okay, no. So I'm so grateful to him, and we'll be talking about the art of manifesting dreams. And that's what actually, it's one of my favorite topics, and it's one of his favorite topics as well, because we all have dreams in our lives, but it remains fantasies if we don't work on it. So, but there are algorithms, there are ways to manifest your dream, which can help you do this. So if you have big dreams in your life, don't just fantasize. Watch this session, which is right after this one. So and after that we have Andre. It's basically, I don't know, his name is a bit difficult to pronounce. He's basically from Poland. So he is now based in Thailand. He will be talking about how to heal from trauma, because and he has brilliant experience from different, like, ancient methodology, like Qi, and like the Chinese, and I don't know, lots of things. And he is like, his session is fully packed with insights that how you can actually heal from trauma. Then we have the panel discussion with three amazing people, Dennis and Wanda and Hawk, who was very active, Hakon. So we will be talking about how we can bring back the kindness in community and in the humanity, because I think this is much needed in our today's world, where we see a lot of violence, where we see a lot of competition, and people are so much away from the kindness. So how we can bring it back. And Dennis is so much onto this. He's an amazing person. He is doing so much good work for humanity. And so Hawk and Wanda, I'm so looking forward to this session. Yes, thank you, Hawk, for being part of this. I'm really looking forward to it, because this particular topic is very much needed in today's world. Then we have Clara. She's an amazing person. She's also, she has this expertise in the ancient knowledge, and she, like, brings back that ancient knowledge with the current practical advice and tips, that how we can actually this is her a guide to a balanced living, mindfulness and emotional intelligence. This is an amazing session. I'm also really looking forward to it, because how you can bring back the emotional intelligence, how you can do that. And then we have Wanda, and she will talk about burnout. She's also an amazing person. She's like one of the on LinkedIn, like, she was the top most number one ranked Filipino or something like this, and she's done an amazing work, that she's helping her clients at how they can reach, how they can survive from burnout, and how actually they can avoid burnout, because this is real. The hustle culture these days push you to the burnout. Then I will take 45 minutes break, and then we have again an amazing person, Lamin. He is a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and he talks about that honest management, and how we can talk about the heart-centered leadership, because leadership again is a buzzword these days. They put a lot of responsibilities, and people who are into the position, they end up doing the micromanagement instead of leading. So he will talk about that, how you can actually build relationship with the people and connect with the people, create meaningful relationship, which can transform your simple work into a meaningful, or give or create some real productivity to your team. So this is again a very, and Patrick, wow, Patrick is a spiritual person. He's a healer, and I know he's a lot, he talks about the spirituality part, and we will talk about from the history, and we'll also give them it is also going to be an amazing session. I mean, I told you that Hakun asked me that what particular session you like. Each one is my favorite. In this session, we talk about that how all these stigmas arise, how the ancient knowledge is transformed and how it is coming back now, because how we went far away from this knowledge and how it is coming back. And he talks about the new earth and how these spiritual awakenings are happening. So I'm super excited for this. And the last session is one of my favorite person also. He's Paul Gunn Jr. He is an amazing person. He's already attending another conference, but he agreed to actually support this summit. So he will be moving out from the Inc. Conference, which is happening right now in the US, and it will be 8 a.m. on this time. And I'm so grateful that he actually agreed to it. He will be talking about the empathy in the leadership. It's again the same thing. So, and then after that, of course, we'll move on to, I'll pass on the lead to Valerie, and she will continue this. So today's session is fully packed with all my favorite sessions and with all my favorite people. And I'm so grateful to all of these who actually agreed to participate in this. And I'm sure that all the audience will gain so much information from this, that I know that this will be a transformative journey, transformative day in their lives.
So I think it's time for everyone to prepare and to get ready. Ambreen also has to leave this studio and get into another one. But thank you so much, Archan, Peter, Monica, Hakon, Yuva, Jag, for being here, and Viviana. We are really, really thankful for you. It means a lot that you are participating and that we can see that you are active. Please keep it up and come back to these sessions with Ambreen. Don't forget, if you are also in the US time zone, then you can continue with Valerie later, because she will, if you really want to do the marathon, but also please take care of yourself. Because she will be taking it over from Ambreen, and I will be taking the torch tomorrow morning. So we are doing your little mental health Olympics as we figured it out, giving each other the torch, and really, really looking forward to it. We will get back to the questions. And thank you, Hakon, for answering this. Maybe we could, at one of the sessions, touch on this, because I think this is something that is like a very deep question, and I think it needs more time. We don't want to jump into this right now, but you will keep the question for another session with Ambreen, and then they will be happy to answer it. So, Ambreen, are you ready? I will be back. You will be in front stage, and I'm so looking forward to your sessions.
Thank you so much. And it was a great session, and it was an extempo. We didn't prepare anything. We just jump into it. And I loved it. Thank you so much. Thank you all
guys.
for joining.
Thank you for joining, and see you
again in 10 minutes.